You can't be an expert at everything, and you need help with whatever it is you're working on. Hello everyone, my name is Quentin Thomas. I am the founder of Queso Media Group. And as a founder of Queso Media Group, I'm a marketing consulting. Originally it started as a video production company, and now we do marketing consulting. So everyone in this room is an expert at something, right? So, but not everyone is an expert whenever it comes to everything. So that's where Queso Media comes in, and me, myself. As someone who comes from the background of technology transfer and marketing technologies, I'm here to support you all in marketing your areas of innovation, because you can't be an expert at everything, and you need help with whatever it is you're working on. So if you're interested in working with me, you can call me at, phone number, or you can email me at email address. So thank you very much for listening to me, and I hope you all have a wonderful day.
Now, let's break down today's pitch.
How long do you think you just spoke?
It was probably close to a minute or
48 seconds.
Oh, okay.
So not too bad.
Okay.
All right, and that's the reason we practice, to take our time and just try to compact it as much as we can. The 30-second thing, that's totally arbitrary. It is made up, but it is a bar against which to measure yourself. You have to have something, whatever you're trying to get better at, you practice it and you set a goal. So he does 48 seconds. Who can tell me his name?
Quentin Thomas.
Okay. Who can tell me the name of his company? Is that like queso, like cheese?
Yes.
Okay. What's the problem that queso is solving? Say it really loud.
Can't be an expert at everything.
Okay.
Specifically, it's that you don't have the marketing expertise. There is some way I could have tweaked it together across a little bit better.
How would you say that a little better?
So what I would say is that, all right, so not everyone's an expert at everything, including whenever it comes to your marketing as well. And you have a story to tell, but that doesn't mean you know the best way to tell the story or who to deliver that story to. That's where I come in to help you identify those customers that you want to deliver that story to, who's interested in it, what the problem is you solve, and how I can help get that story.
What's his solution? How does he solve it?
Hire queso.
Hire him. That's it. Don't make it harder than it is. It's him. It's a service. He provides a consulting service. Who's going to pay him money? Who's his customer?
We are. Businesses, startups, and we're talking about other startups. Anyone that has a message to tell.
Say again?
Anyone that has a message to tell and communicate to.
Okay. Who's your
reach?
Yes, sir.
I was going to say businesses trying to find their customer.
Yes.
All right, so businesses could be the startup that just signed up in here with 2 people, or Apple.
Yeah.
But
So
you can't cover them all.
Yes.
Who's your ideal customer?
My ideal customer would be small business, preferably at a startup, and also looking for still in the customer discovery stage, or looking to enter into a new market as well. So I guess that would still be customer discovery, but so it would be either at a very early stage or looking to enter into a new market. And I could also narrow it down into preferably, I love software, so either software or hardware related to usually entertainment, even though I have a background in other areas.
Okay. All right. What did he ask for?
I'd call a number or go onto a website.
The soft close.
Call
Say
or
you need
email.
this caller.
Yeah, it was a soft close. So how could he make the pitch better?
I think maybe the connection between the problem and the solution, where it was like, you're an expert at something like that. I was like, thank you, yes, I am. And then that kind of buys you in, but then I feel like there could be a play on words, almost like, but you can't be an expert at everything, and then somehow be like, related more back to like the media and how you kind of connect. So maybe that like connection, like think through those words really carefully, like exactly what am I giving you? So I think maybe that transition.
Okay.
Perhaps an example of where you've done something that helped
Yeah.
somebody reach so much more, that they were doing this, now they did that, so something that can help somebody visualize what they can get from you.
There was a story involved.
Right.
So a story in this place, it would be something about a small business that went from A to B. And that gives us context for, okay, if I'm in this situation, I can call him and he'll get me from A to B, whatever that is. So it helps us understand when, if we're in your primary customer range, why we should call you.
Okay. And mind if I ask a question too?
Yeah.
What would you say, and that was just superfluous, unnecessary, because it's already 45 seconds and we want to keep it down to, well, for less than a minute, right?
Well, you shorten it. You spend a lot of time explaining who you are and what you do.
Yeah.
And that's where, leaving the story in there, you tell the story, and that tells
And let
us
that help,
everything we need to know. So you don't have to say everything we need to know and then tell us the story. The story should cover it all. That's why we practice. All right, what else? Yes, ma'am.
Could you say why you chose the name Queso?
It's funny. So I did theater in high school, and for our final senior project, we wrote, directed, staged, did everything for our final play. And it was a noir style, and we all came up with nicknames. And mine was Señor con Queso. And it was just, and then the background of my fake character was just that I was a guy who was not Hispanic, but grew up in a Hispanic neighborhood and walked around eating cheese. And so the kids would start saying, hey, Señor con Queso. Yeah. And so the name stuck, and so I decided to use it for the company as well.
I like it. If I could give some feedback, I think we weren't sure if it was Queso or KSL, right? We didn't quite know, and I think that there's a lot of brand advantage to your name. So if there's some way that you could say, I'm Quentin, the name of my company is Queso, like the queso cheese, or you give some kind of, maybe that's where some of your story can come in. You may even be able to tie that back into your solution. Something like, queso is spicy and I'll spice up your marketing, or something that you're
Covered in cheese.
right? Because if you think about it, you have 30 seconds, and what your ask is to hire you, basically.
Right.
So, okay, great, I do need marketing, but I forgot what that guy's company's name was. So if you could, even within a couple of words, some kind of trigger to remind me the next time I do need marketing.
Right.
I contact Queso.
Right.
There's a company in town called Syrup Marketing,
Yes.
and their slogan is sweet and sticky.
Yeah.
Sweet marketing, sweet messages, sticky marketing, or something like that.
Yeah.
All right, anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
Maybe the tie-in could be, so I love your name, Queso. But one of the best parts about going to use a Mexican restaurant is it's the first thing you get. It's in the starting stages of your meal, and that's directly what you want to do. And so maybe if you could tie that in some way, I don't know the wording, but that is like the first thing that you sit down and do at a restaurant. And this is like a developmental stage, startup. And so maybe that.
That's really good. Thank you.
So further what Kevin was saying, everything's better covered in cheese, right? You inject humor, and if you're speaking, it's always great to the audience to lean in with a little bit of humor, right? It gets you to loosen up a little bit, so something along the lines, we know it's cheesy, and or everything's better covered in cheese. Inject humor.
Yeah, that's good.
Maybe humor in the beginning, and then at the end, after you told your story and explained, then you can give like a little more meaningful reason.
Chips are always there with queso.
Part of the problem I think with marketing and startups is they're not familiar with what marketing is, or they bring a lot of misconceptions. And a lot of times, say when you see an economic downturn, a lot of companies make the mistake of cutting marketing first, when that's actually the core function of any entrepreneurial company. So sort of figuring out, because you're sort of doing an elevator pitch to help them learn how to pitch. So that's a snappy way of being remembered, but also helping them get what marketing really offers.
Thank you.
Anybody else?
All right, thank you very much.